Should we talk about Marlon Vera?
I love Cheeto. How do you feel about the fight? Well, you're calling it, so I guess you can't make any predictions, but how do you feel?
I'm not going to make a prediction, but I can hype it up and talk about it. I was watching yesterday. I was on the treadmill, just grinding away as I do. And I've got the Corey Sandhagen. Corey? Yeah. Couldn't think of his first name. I've got Corey Sandhagen versus Petr Yan, his last fight. Yeah. Holy shit. Those first two rounds for Corey Sandhagen were just incredible. I'm watching it and I was like, he's so impressive. Even in the fights that he's lost, the way he switches stance, his movements with his body, the rolls under, the way he pivots by switching stances, the flying knees, the combinations, everything about his stand-up, his striking is so beautiful to watch. But of course, over 5 rounds, when he's moving so much and he's switching stances and he's making these feints and movements all over the place, it comes at a cost. You know what I'm saying? And he definitely started to slow down over 5 rounds and Petr Yan took over. Cheeto Vera is a guy that is suited for 5 rounds because Cheeto is what you might say kind of like Petr Yan, kind of like a slow starter, typically gives up the first round just based on activity. You know what I'm saying? But man, he's watching, he's downloading, he's making reads, and he's turned in. I don't know. Is he the best knockout artist at 135? He just might be because he's putting people away now. He is. Yeah. He's something special. He really is.
Yeah, I think this is. I think this fight reminds me a lot of the Petr Yan fight for Corey Sandhagen. I like Corey Sandhagen a lot. I love watching him fight. He's super exciting. But I think the one knock I would have on him is that as the fight goes on, he tends sometimes to run out of tricks. If they're not quite working and people aren't falling into his traps all the time, it's like he runs out of fancy shit sometimes. And so I think he's got a really dangerous ground game. I don't know. I see this being a stylistic advantage a little bit for Cheeto because he's so fundamental and he's nothing. It's nothing flashy or fancy or crazy. It's just really basic fundamentals at a super high level. I think as the fight goes on, I could see Cheeto starting to close the distance, cornering him, walking him down, laying a big kick and slowing the movement down of Corey. I think if Corey wins, he's going to have to hurt Cheeto early. That would be my guess because I think it's going to be hard.
I'm just looking at the record. Just looking at it. Knocked out Sean O'Malley, round 1. Lost to Jose Aldo. He was pissed after that fight. Yeah. David Grant by decision. Frankie Edgar, knockout, front kick. Rob Font, decision. What a performance that was. And then knocked out Dominic Cruz in round 4. That's his latest run. Let's have a look at Corey. Last time out, Song Yudong. Dr. Stoppage, round 4. Before that, beat Petr Yan. Sorry, lost to Petr Yan and then lost to TJ Dillashaw. Beat Frankie Edgar with a flying knee.
I thought he won the Dillashaw fight, to be fair.
See, that's one that's open for debate, though, isn't it? Yeah.
I thought he looked great.
I thought he won that as well. Yeah.
By the narrowest margins, but it wasn't a blowout. But I thought he did enough.
So, what is your prediction then? Because obviously you're not going to be there this weekend.
No, I'm working. Right. I'm busting ass here. Man, I feel bad saying this, but because me and Corey have the same manager, and we see each other in Denver all the time because he's training here. So we do strength and conditioning at the same place. So I'll see him today.
Well, what a two-faced bastard you are.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going
to see him at fire meeting. I'm going to see him at fire meetings tomorrow.
Don't do that.
Tell him.
Don't do that.
Did you have a good session yesterday? Did you have a good session with Anthony? Did you? Did he say good luck?
Well, it's not with me.
Did he wish you all the best?
Of course.
Did he?
I wish them both the best. An hour
before, he predicted you to lose, bro.
No, I don't know that I could ever pick against Cheeto because I just have such belief in him and his story and his background and where he came from. I've connected myself to him very much. So we don't talk all the time. We don't hang out, but I feel very connected to Cheeto and his journey. So I'm not sure that I could pick against Cheeto, but I do genuinely believe that as the fight goes on, I think Cheeto wears him down slowly. And for, at the minimum, I think he wins the last 3 rounds.
Because he's just got such a good chin. He's got a great chin. He's as tough as they come. And his
mentality is different.
His mentality is fantastic. He trains his ass off. And I'm sure Corey Sandhagen does, and everyone at the top does. But he's so disciplined. And I mean, so disciplined, you know. I mean, obviously, I'm close with Perillo, and Perillo's his guy. Him and Cheeto are very close, and it breaks my heart. It makes me jealous because I'm like, that used to be me, but now it's Cheeto, and I don't even get a phone call anymore. But when I see Perillo, he tells me all the stuff, and I go down the gym now and again. And yeah, Cheeto's an animal. Absolute animal. And I'm going to get accused of being biased on Saturday night again because people just go, oh, Bisping's mates with Cheeto. I will be calling the fight like I see it. If Corey's doing well, I'll say that. If Cheeto's doing well, I'll say that. But I will smile if either man wins. I can't make a prediction, but it's going to be a sensational fight.
It is.
Sensational. Co-main event. Let's have a little look-see-do. Hold on. Holly Holm.
Oh,
Yana
that's right.
Santos. What did she used to be called? Yana Kunitskaya.
Kunitskaya.
I prefer Kunitskaya. No offense to Thiago Santos.
Yeah. And Thiago's fighting pretty soon, too.
Is he who?
He's in the PFL now. He's fighting my teammate, Rob
Wilkinson.
Yeah.
Rob Wilkinson. You know, geez Louise. I saw him in his last PFL fight.
He's a tough motherfucker, man.
Yeah, he is. Australian, right?
Yeah, he's tough.
He's got a lot better from the last time I saw him in the UFC, which wasn't too great.
Yeah.
So
he was also at 185.
Yeah. And he was also last time I saw against Izzy. So it's a tough matchup. But man, I forget who it was in PFL, and he looked bloody brilliant. Yeah, but anyway,
he's a horse, man. And I can't believe he ever made 85. It's crazy how big that guy is.
Nate Landwehr. Austin Lingo.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Do you know Nate Landwehr?
I do.
I knew you would.
Yeah.
For anyone that doesn't know Nate Landwehr, they must know Nate Landwehr by now. He's had enough fights in the UFC. He's out of his mind. Where's he from?
Originally, I think he lives in Florida or trains in Florida now, but he's from somewhere in the South. Like I want to say.
I'm gonna bring up my notes. Nate, because he is the train.
Yeah, it's somewhere in the South. I don't like Kentucky, Tennessee. I think it's Tennessee.
Because he's got his own day.
Clarksville, Tennessee. Harrington was fast.
There it is. Yeah, this guy's out of his mind, but I love it.
Batshit crazy.
Yeah, no. I've got some. I remember the first time we did a fighter meeting with him. Oh my God, it was hilarious. And who was the other one? There was another guy on the same fighter meeting. Fuck, I need to remember this now. He got binned off. He lost some fights. I know who it is, but I don't know his name. But anyway, when you're at the fighter meetings, the fighter hotel. On the Thursdays, we do fighter meetings. Nate, the train's there. He's been out of his mind. He's super comical. He's very confident. He's talking about he's got his own day in Clarksville, Tennessee. He's a character, and the man can fights his ass off. Yeah. Always value for money. And there was another guy, Ginger Hair. He was there with Mark Munoz. I forget his name now. He's not in the UFC anymore. And on the day of the weigh-ins, security had to run out and grab him and drag him into the hotel because the UFC are at the hotel, but there's other people, public, staying in the hotel as well. And this guy, I forget his name, he's a very, very devout, religious guy. Very, very, he's a major believer in Jesus. Go on.
Spike Carlisle?
Spike Carlisle.
That's what I was going to say.
Spike Carlisle. There it is. Go on, Spike. Go on, Harrington. He was outside, led, completely naked, led on the grass outside the front of the hotel, but like starfished, like this, right? And the security went out, and they're like, what the hell are you doing? He's like, I'm harnessing the energy of the sun. They're like, well, you can harness it with a goddamn pair of shorts on. What are you doing? And they picked him up and dragged him in the hotel. That guy's out of his mind. Yeah. Anyway, there you go.
Amazing. Who else on the card? I think Macy Barber's on that card too. She's fighting
Macy Barber, Andrea KGB Lee.
KGB. Yeah. That's a good fight.
That's your girl there. You like Macy Barber, don't you?
We trained together for a while, yeah.
No, that's not what I meant. That sounded weird. I didn't mean it to sound like that. Not like Harrington. No, I meant you're friendly. You're friends. Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah. Harrington, are you still in love with Macy Barber?
I mean, I have a wife with a baby on the way, but yeah, if she's available, I'll take her number. What?
What? Alex?
Not with that face looking like that.
Yeah, Jesus
Christ. You grow a beard back for you ask for anybody's number.
Alex is literally on the way to the hospital to deliver his child right now.
Yeah, and
yeah, she's
Brian
busy.
Stay.